Alrighty, are we live? Yes, we are. Sound is synced. Another week, another episode. Hello, everybody. How we doing? This is episode 55. Everybody in the Mom podcast. The podcast that everybody in the Mom is listening to. Yeah, everybody in the Mom is listening to this one. How you doing, everybody? Episode 55. Coming at you another week, another episode. What happened last week? It was gonna be a Christmas special, but I was kind of busy with a lot of stuff. What was I doing that day? Outside of like kind of helping. Well, the rain was really bad. Internet service wasn't the best that day, and I was gonna do a Christmas Day special, but I was low key kind of caught up with with the gifts that I got. I got a few like comics. I finished Secret Wars, which is a good segue to what I want to talk to later on. That's a good idea. So I read the Secret Wars comic. Last time I talked to you guys was I think it was a little bit after the 1 year anniversary. The episode after the 1 year anniversary. Get that thing, John. Do that. These two things is hard here on the. Huh. Sorry, I was reading a text from Ronald. But yeah, I want to like moving forward. Like last episode, I got some people to call in. I think I was able to get Ronald, Johnny, and Saha to call in last time. So I'm gonna try to do that again. Moving forward, I'm gonna try to set up a software where like people could join in um, that way. So there'd be more voices because there's a lot more ideas out there, more opinions that I want to get out to people that I want to be shared as well. And the first one that I want to be shared with is this one, Avatar 3, Fire and Ash. First topic of the day. Let's go. Without spoiling it too much because the movie's only been out for not even 2 weeks. So I want everybody to go watch this one. What can I say about it without being, too spoilery? It's definitely one of the best cinematic experiences I've had of the year. I think the special effects alone are worth the price of admission. Let me see. How do I not get cool against the the Navi? Hold up, my connection says that. Let me see if the reconnection will apply. Here we go. Cool. Sorry if that comes in or out. The reconnection. But yeah, cinematic experience really good. Off the special effects alone. Great action set pieces. Actually, like pretty funny moments, and there was a lot of times where I got you to care a little bit more about certain characters, more than in the past. Like I said, I won't spoiler too much, but specifically the Colonel and is it Quaritch? Yeah, Quaritch and this new character Varang. Both of them are very good. Outside of the main characters, Neytiri is very good. Jake is very good. The kids have more time to shine in this one, and that's where I want to get into the negatives with it. Not getting too spoilery. The plot is very predictable. Like it has the depth, a puddle, which whatever you think is gonna happen, probably gonna happen. But at the same time, like it's still enjoyable to watch just because of the level of craftsmanship through the special effects and the performances and motion capture that the actors are giving. On top of that, what other negatives would it be? The runtime, yeah, it's like 3 hours, and ultimately the final fight, I guess you could say, is kind of like, well, this movie is definitely a part two to a larger story. So we have Avatar 1, which established the universe, and then Avatar 2, which led us into the water, and then this one really does feel like a part two to that story. Long, like a with the second film, it feels like a long 6 hour film that rehashes some of the same ideas and or plot points that were used in the first and second film. So when people say, "Oh, it's the same thing as the first and second one," like they're not entirely wrong, in the sense that they use some, they do some of the same stuff and execute it in a different way, but it's the same idea. But ultimately, it was still a good watch. What grade would I give it? Probably like an A minus, just because of those negatives that the plot's kind of paper. But the ultimately, like I think overall, like I would recommend watching this one in theaters. I think it was actually really fun off the audience score. Do I think it's better than two or one? The connection again. Damn it. There we go. And we're back. What grade I would give it? Probably A minus. I think the first one. I already watched the other day. I think the first two are better. I think the second one I think is the best one though. I think part two is the best so far. But as a whole, this franchise is really really good. That is the only it's the most profitable trilogy ever. Um, I think they've made over, so that's really really good. Uh, Star Wars here we go. Already at 761, so it should hit 1 billion by this weekend. It should pass it by Friday with a little bump over the New Year's week holiday, and then everybody going back to school. I think in the next 2 weeks. So yeah, Fire and Ash. I definitely recommend this one. Let me see. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of it. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to get two spoilers because it's just been out for 2 weeks. Um, but yeah, that was just my buddy Ronnie because he was having second thoughts on watching it. And I told him, hey man, like we're not gonna have many cinematic experiences left, especially with the way theaters are going, with the way studios are being bought up. MGM was bought, Fox was bought, Warner Brothers is about to get bought. It's getting more and more expensive to go. Less and less people are going, so it's just like I'm enjoying whatever last cinematic experiences that we can have left because I feel like we're gonna, at least in this lifetime, we're gonna see the death of theaters. At least in the form that they are now. I think in the future the theater is gonna be like the actual going to the theater like. Oh, hello, Ronnie. How we doing? All right. Very happy to hear that. Enjoy me and my son going to the theater. Sorry. I thought you meant with the movie. Yeah, I know, dude. It fucking sucks. It's gonna be like going to watch like a play, if anything. But yeah, Skip. Well, I didn't say any spoiler stuff in the beginning of the movie, beginning of the episode of this video, so you don't have to skip anything. But we might be able to skip is Stranger Things. I'm just kidding. Oh man. Oh boy, oh boy. Is this where we do the calls? All right, not yet. Okay. Where do we start with this? Let's start with this. Let me see what's being rated by like other people. That's like not me. Like a C. I'm okay. My personal grade for this season is a C. Probably a C minus. Um, I think it's as good as, well, hold on. Season 1 and 4 are like the best ones, in my opinion. And then 2 and 3 are the worst. But this one is definitely in that tier. Probably 2, like because I think 2 is the worst. Season 2. You know, the redhead thought the cop was dead before she went into a coma. Sadie, dude, like, fuck, man. Let's read some of the reviews because some of these are funny. Hold up, hold up. Sad, disappointing, slog. All right, these are actual like amazing. Damn, how is something amazing in a 3 out of 5? That makes no sense. Joyless, uninspired. Okay. Uh, the plunge, one last big battle with the urgency, dude. I haven't seen that. I have not seen a sense of urgency, Cheryl. Okay, that's usually okay. Compulsively watchable. This sounds like it's mid, which is what I think. All right, okay, so a lot of people like it. All right, let's go to the audience. Dude, this is funny. And now she woke up and is like, whatever. Should have ended this with season 3 or 4, I believe. How is 11 not the main character anymore? I agree. A disastrous season. I agree. The show's symbolism and horror. What the fuck? How is it a 5? Damn. Okay. I don't know about a 5 out of 5. It's amazing. Okay. The acting is so bad. I agree. The writing is worse. It's not the best, but yeah, whining, sobbing. Damn. Game of this is exactly what I'm saying. Yep. It's being compared to this. This is what I'm seeing. Game of Thrones all over again. But you guys tell me. Hold up. Let me see. Send Will to 2 to 3 years to Dagestan. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Hold up. There we go. This one I know. Bro, I swear. Because I thought I was crazy. And it's like, dude, what happened to this show? This is what happened. But yeah, what happened to the show, Ronnie? This is what happened? He has the power of the gay? Like, what? Like, I don't know, man. So the season started, and immediately it was something was off. I think it was the writing or the dialogue, but something just felt like Netflix does this. I don't know, because season 4 was pretty good. I thought season 4 was like a return to form, a return to like, all right, like we got the writers back cooking in the kitchen, and you know the effects are pretty good. Because honestly, the only thing holding me on for this season is some of the set design and some of the special effects are so pretty good. And for what the actors are given, I think they do what their best of what they can. I don't think most of them are good actors by any means. By any means, it's a good show for season or two, but then they stop and cancel the show. I guess they just didn't cancel this one. Yeah, I think it was too popular for them to cancel it. I think that's how Netflix like decides their whether shows is to just look at the initial viewer count, and if it cracks like I don't know 2 mil an episode, then they'll just keep doing it until people stop watching it. And honestly, the cast just looks bored. Like, yeah, dude, like, bro, imagine getting memed. And that's another thing, man. Like the rollout for this show was like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's Game of Thrones levels of bad. I don't know if that's that bad, but like, bro, like, oh my gosh. Honestly, I'm just waiting when I watched Stranger Things. I was a mere college student. Now I was any a married man, father. I don't know. Those grades are high, bro. I think I was in high school. Yeah, when Stranger Things came out. Like it was the first I think Netflix show I ever that I ever watched. Like I think it was the first Netflix show that I told my parents. I was like, "Hey, there's this thing called Netflix, and it's like $5 a month, and you could watch like any movie and any show that's on there." And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, can I use your card for it? Is it okay?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure, it's fine. It's only like $5, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's only $5." And there's no other like fee. I'm like, "No, no, I swear." If there is, I'll shoot you whatever it is, the $20 or whatever it is. I'll give you it. I'm like, okay. And this is where we are. Stranger Things kind of would put it on the map. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It was that and Breaking Bad. House of Cards. Yeah. Yeah. I tried watching two seasons in and stopped because it started getting weird. It started getting like, it was like, oh, here's this the main character. I forgot his name. The guy that got Me Too'd. Frank Underwood was his name. The actor. He was like, I'm gonna have an affair for my wife, but I'm gonna have a threesome with a secret agent. And it was like, what the fuck? Like, show's weird. It was one of those shows where it's like it tries too hard to be smart, where it tries to do that instead of just telling a good story. You know what I mean? It's like it's all part of the story. And then it's like, how does no one like just arrest you ultimately? Breaking Bad was a streaming attraction, but Stranger Things was one of the first original. Yeah, so Breaking Bad was like, was I think the first show I streamed. No, I watched it live, but I remember streamed. Yeah, was like the first show I streamed on there. If not that, it was Walking Dead. No, Walking Dead was on AMC. But that was phew, what a era, man! What a different time. I remember trying to rewatch Walking Dead. Um, fuck, I remember why I stopped watching it. It's just so repetitive. This is what I feel like a lot of these shows are, man. Like, I feel like with most shows have like 2 to 3 good seasons, and then they should just stop. After that, it's like you got to be Breaking Bad levels of good, like Game of Thrones levels of good. Even that shit fell off to have 4 to 5 good seasons, and after that, it's like you really got to stop, man. You got to stop while you're ahead. Get on the Angel Studio train, bro. What the fuck? No. Is that one of those like God's Not Dead fucking like movies and shit? Because my mom would go watch those. I would watch them. Let me see. There's 250. Holy shit! Let's go off order of rating. Hold up. Let's go by order of rating. Let's go. Yeah, I know. Like, I think is the second Passion gonna get released under this? No, God's Not Dead is terrible, dude. My mom has the trilogy. My mom has the DVD collection. Yeah, it's like one of those movies where like there's the message of there's the theme of the movie, but the problem with like these faith films is that they kind of stop the movie, like Stranger Things, like the new episode, new episode. Hold on. Where it's like, hold up, let's stop, hold up, everyone, pause. We have to look at the camera and tell everybody how to feel about this moment. And it's like, bro, can we just tell the story, let it flesh out, let it play out, and then the theme and the message of the story will then be portrayed, on screen instead of you telling me film, TV show, art has a message to it. Yeah, but it's like there's different, like telling me and showing me is what I'm trying to say. Hold up, where is what I was trying to? Hold up, here we go. Where is? Okay, so what I predict is gonna happen is this chick is gonna sacrifice herself and to save the day. Just telling you, I'm gonna get on the train. It's gonna start giving good content. Yeah, I think Passion of the Christ 2, right? Is gonna be under there. I think so, right? I'll watch that one. The Sound of Freedom, I heard was pretty good. So there you go. I don't know the other one that came out. I think it was like a David film, or was it like a Moses film? It was like an animated film. I saw the billboard at the movie theater. My mom pointed it out. and she was like, "Oh look, they're making a David outgrows Zootopia and SpongeBob." I don't think it did, bro. What? No, it didn't. I gotta look into that. Hold up. Let me see that right now. Bro, it made 52 mil. Bro, I'm looking at it right now. Okay, I'm checking it right now. Hold up. I'll look the numbers. I'll show you the link I'm looking at too. This is Box Office Mojo. I don't know if they're like, okay, it's the same one I use for all of them. Bro, 52 mil, that's not bad, okay? Like, I hear a TikTok thing going on in his head. In my head? Okay, it probably outgrows SpongeBob. Definitely SpongeBob. I'll give you that. Definitely SpongeBob. Yes. Yes, but not Zootopia. No. No, no, no. It probably outgrows Zootopia for the weekend. Yes, probably for the weekend, but not overall. No, definitely not, bro. No, like you gotta see, like, dude, like this movie's crazy big. Like, like bro, bro, China loves the animals, bro. Like bro. I know. I know. I know. But the thing is, most of it came from China, if I'm not mistaken. Hold up. Where does it go by? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Look. Wait, hold on. No, that's not them. Bro. 560? I don't think it outgrossed it here either, bro. But domestic is 320. Domestic is no, no, no. It probably outgrossed it for the weekend. That's what I think it is. This is what you probably heard. Check what? It's right there. It's on the screen. Look, domestic 321. It made that much here, that much in China. Yeah, yeah. Either way, it's still a really good hit. It's still a good hit. I'll give Angel Studios that one. Let me see. David. Had a production budget of 60 mil? Fuck yeah, it's gonna make. Ooh. Hmm. Well, I think they have their like streaming service. It'll be fine. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. No, I'm denying it. No, Ronnie, I can't say that word. I'm just kidding. No, I think it's because Zoot. Wait, hold on, hold on. This is I didn't check the SpongeBob one. I think that shit flopped, in my opinion. There you go, Ronnie. It made just about no, it made less than SpongeBob. Mm. The hell? Domestic, it made 38. What did the David movie make again? 52. Yeah, domestically, it made more than SpongeBob. Yeah, domestically more than SpongeBob, but not Zootopia. And that's why. So yeah, Zootopia 2, Avatar, SpongeBob, that one. It's just a lot of competition. Ultimately good for the theater. So where was I with? Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, bro, I'll be like looking on here, and I'm just like, where, like, what happened to this show? Literally, Derek, the this was legit my face during this whole scene. I'm just sitting there like, fucking checking my phone. Dude, this shit was like an 8-minute scene, dude. Shit went on forever. Oh my gosh. But yeah, the finale's tomorrow. What I thought they were gonna do in this show was end of season 4, they like, oh my god, this is hilarious. And then yeah, this, oh my gosh, this should be the thumbnail of today's episode. I'll make it today's the thumbnail. 8, it was like 30. 8. Sorry, my, yeah, bro. This show, man, it's like, I don't know what happened. What I thought was gonna happen was that at the end of season 4, the portal to hell opened up, and that the Demodogs, the Demogorgons, the demons are all just gonna run out, and they're gonna start like chomping through the fucking the town. You have to see, because it's a small town in Indiana. You would start seeing like every fucking like mom, dad start grabbing like a fucking shotgun, a fucking six barrel revolver. Fucking like, come on, son. You see fucking like kids getting dragged out of their fucking house, like back into hell. Um, I thought they would literally make send the group of kids, pretty much the group, into different groups, like smaller groups, like groups of 4, and literally play like an actual D&D game in the show. So I was like, okay, we'll have fucking Hopper and Winona Ryder and Eleven and Will. Okay, there's 4 characters. It's okay. There's one group. Okay, you guys are gonna go find the main source where Vecna is. Okay, you guys go over there. Okay, then you have the fucking Steve and Dustin and Robin and her friend, and then okay, you 4 go to Dustin's basement to do some science shit to make like a some sort of pulse weapon. You know what I mean, or the plasma weapon that we can use against the fucking monsters that are gonna work. Um, Meanwhile, we'll send people to the high school, the hospital, um, each other's house to save their families, like their parents. Like, dude, there's so much shit you could have fucking written, and it's just like, nah, we're just gonna fucking like waste like 20 minutes talking about the Will telling him he likes wiener. Yeah, dude, like we're just gonna stare at Millie Bobby Brown in this ridiculous outfit for like an hour. Like, what are we doing, man? Literally, this is how. And it's like, yeah, bro, like right here, you see the bats coming out of fucking hell. There's like a gateway that's like right at the entrance. It's being guarded by fucking that one dude that died last is Eddie, who was like being reborn as like as like a demon king or some shit. It was being controlled by Vecna. You can use the bullies as like the captains for the fucking for the demo for the demon for the demo dogs and shit. Like, yeah, you can make them like in charge of them, like send them out and like, oh, have them infiltrate the town and the police, and like, what the fuck, man? The show doesn't even know what's going on. Yeah, dude, straight up. It's like another show I stopped watching, bro. Jeez Louise. The current state of writing. Oh my gosh. I didn't watch this movie. But that's hilarious. What I think is gonna happen in the end, bro, the replies are hilarious, man. Like, I don't even have to go on, but some of the replies are so funny, man. Um, I think in the end, now what's gonna happen is, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So what I if how I would have wrote it is Hopper, the mom, probably Steve, and some other like secondary character sacrifices them. That way, the original 4 kids and 11 could get into the Upside Down. And the last episode, well, for me, the pinup, the second to last episode should have been them fighting a reborn, like demonized Eddie, who's being controlled by Vecna. They sacrifice themselves. That way, the kids in 11 could get through and get it down into the Upside Down. And the last episode is just them, like fucking barely surviving, running through and fighting Vecna, and 11 like dies fucking saving them. Basically, that's how I would do it. That's how I would write it. Will probably die. One of the original four kids would probably die. It'll probably be Will. Probably Dustin too. And the only one that would stay alive would be Wheeler, and I forgot his name. The only black dude, him. Those two are the only ones to be that survived, and everyone else is like living with trauma with it, and then you can maybe do a spin-off of like before. There should be fines for malpractice. Yeah, I agree. There should be fines, but instead they like hired to make other shite, which is even worse. Mm-mm-mm. Alrighty then. Well, that's the end of that topic. Let's start getting into a more fun one. This weekend's NFL scores. Cannot wait. I cannot wait. Let's start off with Panthers and Bucks. Oh boy. Who do you got, Ronnie? Tyler Shuck, Rookie of the Year? Yes, sir. Yes, he is. Especially after this weekend, he will be. So Panthers Bucks at home. Nah, give me the Panthers, bro. The Bucks are playing terribly right now. The Panthers already beat them. The Bucks are playing injured. Baker's playing injured, and they've lost like 7 in a row. Give me the Panthers. I think they're playing way better right now. Seahawks, Niners. Give me the 49ers, bro. At home, they can score. I think the Seahawks are kind of fraudulent. I don't think Darnold is that good. Their defense is that good, but Panthers hopes to give Bryce Young 10-year, $500 million. There we go. Texans are kind of a gimme. Browns and Bengals. I think the Bengals, just because they're at home and their offense is going to be able to move the ball more. The Browns defense is very good. The Bengals defense is very bad. So we might see a potential shootout, maybe. But yeah, I trust Burrow and his offense more than Shedeur right now. And then we have my Saints. Let's go. Looking to win 5 in a row. This Sunday in Atlanta, final game of the season. Finish off season 7-10. End off with a top 10 pick. I like that. New direction with Shuck. That'll be saved for another episode, probably after the Falcon game, because then we'll have a good sample size. We've had like 3. We had back-to-back 300-yard games. Last game we threw for 2 touchdowns. Week before threw for a touchdown. Probably could have had another one if they didn't give it to Taysom. Yeah, I get Shuck tonight. We're getting Shuck tonight. Packers at Vikings. The Packers. Give me the Pack. I think the Vikings, yeah, they've been fraudulent all year. Their defense is very good. Very, very good. But when it comes down to the offenses, I trust whoever is a quarterback, Malik or Jordan Love over 9. And then the Jaguars, same thing as the Texans. Logic earlier, just the divisional game, but the more talented team is at home, so going with them. Bro, they took off 3. The Holding and Olave drop in that zone. Yep, they did. Cowboys at Giants. Oh boy. I guess the Cowboys, right? Yeah, the Cowboys. The Giants, I think, are playing for seeding at this point. They could end up with the number 2 at best. So yeah, keep losing and you'll be fine. The Rams should ram right through the Cardinals. They're playing angry right now. The Seahawks exposed them, kind of, after giving up such a big. I mean, it was on the road, but they gave up such a big lead. And then playing yesterday, 3 turnovers, down 21-0. They came back and made a game of it, but yeah, Stafford might have lost that MVP candidacy. But we'll see. Chiefs, Raiders. Bro, you're not going to believe it. I think the Raiders are going to win this on Sunday. I think this is a pride, like for pride game at home. No Mahomes. Both backup quarterbacks. Raiders at home. Give me the Raiders, bro. Give me the Raiders. And then we got Commanders. Dolphins, Patriots, Patriot. Well, actually, the Dolphins could win if the Patriots sit, but same logic here. The Patriots and Eagles are just more talented team, both playoff teams, both at home, both playing for seeding at least. They both won their division, both playing against division rivals, so I think they both want that win. And then we have Lions, Bears. I don't think this one matters for the Lions in the sense that they can't spoil, but they can affect seeding. And the Bears have won the division, but they should be seeding, so it would give me the Bears. I think the Bears have taken the best of two teams, which is the Lions offense and the Saints defense, as in their coordinators, and made the mesh of both worlds because they have the talent to do it. They have Caleb Williams, they have Luther Burden, DJ Moore, Odunze, Swift, Mogwai, Loveland. Not to mention their defense is really, really good. The Dennis Allen defense is really good when he's not the head coach. And then Chargers, Broncos. I think the Broncos. Sadly, I want the Chargers to win. I really do. But they barely beat them last time, and the Broncos defense is just so good. Them being at home, yeah, and the Chargers, man, they've just been playing. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sold on Caleb as much. I think he's a worse Patrick Mahomes, but there are worse players to be compared to. And since it's outside and they're at home in the cold, I don't trust Jared Goff. And the Lions defense can be had. They've been had all year. Plus, they're not, what are they really playing for? Spoiler. I mean, not really. The Bears already made the playoffs. The seeding, I mean, kind of all right. They go from third seed to sixth seed. Cool. Division win. Yay. So it's like, it's not that. Kyler Murray, but taller. Cam Ward is basically Kyler Murray. Um, that's not a bad comparison though. I mean, Kyler isn't bad. It's just that his size doesn't allow him to sustain a full NFL season because by week 8 he'll be hurt and be looking forward to playing Call of Duty or Battlefield. So, and by that point it's already November, December, and the weather gets cold. They have to go outside. Those hits hurt a lot more when you play in the cold. Oh my gosh, especially when you get landed on and taken to the ground. Fuck, bro. Those shoulders, man, especially on him, they're brittle. He has that AC joint almost yearly. So yeah, I think Caleb is like probably a top 12 quarterback. Like if I had him in fantasy, I wouldn't be sad about it. You know what I mean? Especially if I had a stack, like I wouldn't be that bad. In an NFL, we'll look at it right now. We'll look at that right now. We'll take a look at that right second. After I finish these predictions. Let me see. Jets, Bills. Bills are gonna play crazy. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then Ravens, Steelers. The Steelers are at home. Aaron Rodgers, Lamar. I think Lamar at least. Derrick Henry. I'm rooting for the Ravens, but I think that just means the Steelers are probably gonna win. Yeah, so I'll probably just bet Steelers if I had to. If you were a betting man, if I was, I would go Steelers, but I'm not gonna bet on that one. All I hear is we're getting shrugged tonight. Exactly. All right, let's look at NFL teams quarterbacks. Let me see. I'll let you know right now where Caleb Williams is at in terms of caliber tier. All right. I don't even go by QBR. I go by pass rating. Let's go. Here's passer. All right. Justin Fields and Cam Ward. Okay, I would say Justin Fields is on the low tier. Cam Ward is a rookie, but I think he's played pretty well this year, so I would give him like a mid high tier. Jackson Dart, he's very injury prone, but he's shown flashes of potential, so I'd put him on the mid tier. Geno Smith, probably in the same tier as Justin Fields. Rattler doesn't start anymore. Brissett isn't a bad starter. Shuck, I think, is Probably rookie of the year. If he would have started every game, they might have won maybe one or two more games, but it's still a lot to put on a rookie. Plus those groupie kicks were crucial misses. A lot of those misses came at crucial moments in the game, which swung momentum. So we'll never know. Okay, so we have Lamar, Flacco, Rodgers, Tua. Okay. I think Caleb Williams is probably as good as CJ Stroud. Probably. Let me see. Jalen, Trevor. Yeah, I think Caleb could be as good as like Trevor Lawrence. Like Trevor Lawrence and CJ Stroud tier. I think he's better than Sam Darnold. Yeah, Caleb. Would I want him more than Jared Goff? Probably, yeah, just because I feel like Caleb can play in the cold. Whereas Goff kind of needs the run game to be working so like, he can work off play action. So yeah, I would say Caleb is like easily that like top 12 tier. I don't think he's top 10, but I think he's top 12. I give Stroud the edge. DJ might go on a playoff run. Yeah. Watch out for Trevor Lawrence, dude. Watch out. Watch out for Trevor. Everyone will call me a madman. They were like, "You don't believe in Trevor." And I was like, "Dude, it's Trevor time. You don't see it, but I see it. It is Trevor time." Let me see got it right here. The NFL playoff picture. Bam. It'll pull up right now. Let it load. Here we go. Bro, imagine that. Look at that. Broncos, Patriots, Jaguars. Who would have thought that? I didn't think so. Starting the year, you could look back. I got a big proof right here. I thought it was going to be Bills, Ravens, Chargers, and like Texans or Jags. I think Texans I picked, if I'm not mistaken. I got one right. I got Texans. I did not pick the Jags though. Yeah, because the Steelers or Ravens are going to have the fourth seed. So if I were to pick, it'd probably be Steelers and probably Panthers. So it'll be, ooh, this is gonna be crazy. Yep, it's gonna be really, really good. If I had to pick three teams on either side, I think on the NFC side is going to be coming down to 49 or Rams. And then AFC, I think Broncos, Patriots, and I want to say the Texans or the Jaguars. One of those two. And I think I trust the Texans defense a little bit more. But I'm rooting for the Jags. I really am. So I'm going to say Jags. I think one of those six teams I just mentioned, maybe seven. Fuck it, throw the Texans in there too. I don't think they are, but we'll see. Yeah, give me now the Texans. Those six, one of those six. I'm going Pats, Bills, Texans, Rams, Niners, Eagles. You like the Bills that much? I don't really trust the Bills that much, man. Their defense has been had all year, and the problem with them is they don't have a number one receiver, a number one pass catcher that can just go run any route and win a ball. Just go and get it. Exactly. That's the problem with them. Josh Allen has to be Superman for them to win. And the thing is, like, Superman, he doesn't always show up in the playoffs, man. Like, the defenses, they key on, like, exactly what they're going to fucking do. They know exactly what you're going to do in this situation. And they're just not going to let him run around. As soon as he gets sacks, fumbles, picks, they come in bunches with Josh. They come in bunches. And once that starts happening, it's over for them. I've seen it too many times this year, man. Any good team that can stop the run, especially because they work best off the run. They need James Cook to get going for the offense to work. If not, it ain't doing it because defense could then second and third and long, and none of their receivers can beat them. None of them. Maybe a tight end could get open here and there, like Kincaid and shit, but nah. I think they underrate his tight end core. Exactly what I just said. Exactly. The occasional tight end will get open. Occasional tight end, but not consistently in the playoffs. Like in the AFC Championship, you're not gonna win off of a tight end matchup. I think. Well, unless it's like Gronk or something. But I think you need Keon Coleman to come clutch. That's what I think. But hey, if the Bills make it, I'll be happy because I like Josh Allen. He has done good for me in fantasy over the years, so I'll be. What else is gonna make me happy is hey, we got football this weekend. We got college. We got college. Meaningful games tomorrow. Starting tomorrow. I think that applies for the Broncos, Chargers, and Pat. I'm rooting for the Chargers too, man. It's just that they're injured to shit. They're so injured. It's so bad. Yeah, look, it's a pretty good game going on right now. The Music City Bowl, Tennessee versus Illinois. Good games. Good games, man. Oh, why didn't I bet on Houston and I knew they were gonna win? Oh, I didn't know they were playing. That's why. Okay. So today, hey, USC's playing TCU like right now. What the fuck? Hold on, I'm gonna text the homies. USC covers. Gotta text Adrian about a USC right now. All right, so let's go over tomorrow. I think the main one is. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Right here. I can't wait to draft Jeremiah Love. Dude, he's good. He's so good. He's the best running back in the class this year. The best receiver I think this year coming out I think is Lemon is the one being most highly scouted, and the Saints are like right there at that spot where they could get him, or maybe like a top. I think they should if they don't go for like a skill player, they should go for like a lineman or beef up the offensive line at guard or center. But for tomorrow, let's see, it's going to be Miami and Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl. Give me Ohio State. And then it'll be Oregon versus Texas Tech in the Orange Bowl on New Year's Day. Give me Oregon. And then it'll be in the Rose Bowl game in the rain here in SoCal at Indiana. Give me, for some reason, I think Alabama is just going to take it, man. I just think they're more talented, and I don't know. I'm rooting for Indiana. I really am. I really hope they do. Same for Texas Tech. Same for Miami. I'm rooting for these smaller schools. Smaller. And the last one, Georgia. I think Georgia has Ole Miss's number. Yeah. And then that'll set up Georgia, Ohio State, like I predicted. Like I predict. And Oregon, Alabama. And in that case, I think we're going to see Ohio State versus Alabama in the championship game. Because if it's actually because if Alabama beats Indiana, they're going to make it all the way. So yeah, Alabama and probably Georgia. Because if it's Georgia, Ohio State, I think Georgia a little bit more, just a little bit. We'll really see then. Hopefully it would be Alabama versus Ohio State, but you don't want to see an all SC championship, you know. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to end it there today, guys. Sadly, I gotta go do some stuff real quick. But good stream. I'll be coming at you again either later on this week, at the end of this week, or early next week. I really want to get a New Year's special. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me on this week's episode on the Everybody and the Mom podcast. The podcast Everybody and Mom is looking forward to. Yeah, like not a recap, but like a new year, new episode type of thing. Or I'll definitely go over the Stranger Things finale and Chuck for sure. Oh, and the NFL playoffs, though. Those are like the three main things I want to talk about next time. Oh, and obviously New Year's, yeah, and New Year's, just New Year's overall. But yeah, I gotta go do some stuff real quick. Thank you guys again for joining me. I really appreciate you guys. I might do a recap maybe this week. That'll be fun. Maybe, maybe, maybe release a recap. Yeah. Oh, you know what I want to do? Top 10 best and worst. Yeah, top 10 best and worst movies. I might do that too. Yeah, of the year, of the year, of the year. That'll be fun. Okay, we got ideas going. We got ideas going. Cool, cool, cool. And I'm looking to that software so people just join in like that. Cool, cool. Well, thank you guys again. Everybody in the Mom Podcast. Oh my god. No, Ronnie. I gotta look in more into that. Not the daycare centers in Minnesota. Okay, okay, definitely. All right, guys. See you guys later. Okay, catch you guys next time. Bye.